and welcome to Cosmic Sisters Tarot. It's been a very long time. I've been off grid for a long time doing some building work and working on the dog sanctuary, but I am back with a new set of cards that we made and I'm going to use them for the first time on a reading. These are called the Cosmic Travellers Tarot. I think there's a bit of a candle wax there where I've been practicing with them, and it's a hybrid deck because there are no numbers to worry about. There are 4 suits which are not the same name as the traditional tarot. We have our own because they are Cosmic Travellers. We have the beacons, the tides, and the planets and the stars as the 4 suits. And instead of hierarchy and kings and queens, we've now got the guardian, the messenger, and I can't remember the others. They might pop up, who knows. Right, so anyway, let's have a go. Right, I'm going to ask the question for you guys in 3 separate piles. Where do I stand? So this is our question today. Where do I stand? Now I'm going to pick 3 significator cards for pile 1, 2 and 3. I've had no practice really with these whatsoever, other than consecrating and giving them my energy and getting mine back from it, like so. We need 3 cards, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and the question is, where do I stand? So that's for you guys. Where do you stand? For pile 1. Oh, we've got the Cosmic Traveller, which is one of the main cards in the Major Arcana. For pile 2, we have the Lighthouse Beacon. And for pile 3, where do I stand, or where do you stand? We have Lunar Eclipse. So there are our 3 significator cards for pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I am going to pull some runes. Should we use the Egyptian runes as they're here? Or are they the witch runes? No, I think they're the witch runes. Let's use the witch runes. I think that might be our first rune for the Cosmic Traveller, which is the Triquetra. And oh, look at that, the Lighthouse Beacon. There's your second one come out. Try not to look at them. Which is the moon phases, by the way. And we have water there for the lunar eclipse. I'm going to put a still in for you so you can ponder with some fancy music, and I'll see you in your chosen piles. hello pile number 1, and you picked the Cosmic Traveller and the Triquetra. Now together that is a very powerful message about time and the question, where do I stand or where do you stand? Really everything is so open and time is on your side. Now with the Triquetra, it's the mother, the maiden, the crone. It's the connection to everything, the beginning and the end. It's just a foot in all realms, and it also means the mind, the body and the spirit. So there is just a big connection, and as these cards are about the Cosmic Traveller, and you've actually picked the Cosmic Traveller, well, the Cosmic Traveller is like just the all-knowing, and you're asking this question, and I think you know full well with your intuition where you stand, but I feel that you're just on the tip. You see, the Cosmic Traveller is stepping out from like a time tunnel, a vortex, and stepping out into a new world. I feel like you've been full circle and you're now at a point where you have literally got cosmic changes. Just feel like you're going to feel like you've been pushed into a new dimension, because everything around you changes. Your personality is on the brink of changing, or has already. It's that as one door shuts, a new door is opening now, and where time is on your side, it's pulling up past, present and future, and just bringing everything together in like just a massive information that you'll find yourself assessing and putting into categories, and that gives you a clear view of where you do stand, because you're taking all of past, present and future, all of, you know, your distant past, the mother, the maiden, the crone, present and what lies ahead even, and looking into the future and seeing how things can play out. So that's where you are, that's how and where you're standing now at this point, where you actually can see ahead. You can see, what if I do this, this is going to happen, or because I did that and I'm going to do this next, I think this is going this way, or this is going a different way because of something else. And it's all like action and consequences, things that have happened in the past and now, and your future decisions. It all affects where you stand, even your future, where you stand, because what you're looking at is a progress on a path that can go in so many different directions. Right, we're going to push this aside and put these over here, and we're going to pick the tarot. I love the back of these cards. Look at that. Cosmic timing. That's what I get as well, actually. Cosmic timing. It's where do you stand? It's the right time to do things now. Oh, and I've literally dropped those, and I'm going to put them in because I feel they should be. Let's put that up there. Right, I can't actually see the camera very well, so I'm roughly going to guess where we're going with these. Now with these, we've got the tides, which are like the element of water. We've got the planets, which is the element of earth. The stars are the element of fire. And the beacons are the last element, air, which is kind of the same as you would get with the wands, coins, etc. I'm not going to go into much. Let's just read them. We have a beacon, but it's a silent one. Now the beacons, and it is the air element, and it talks about oh sorry, I think next door the mechanic is doing his thing. Right, so looking at the cosmic traveller, what we've just said about he's walking forward, then we've all of a sudden got fast forward. Now where do you stand? I would say although this says fast forward, I feel it in not a negative aspect, but because you've got drowning tide afterwards, I would just say pace yourself. Take it steady in positive steps, because rushing forward, if you don't think about things, remember the cosmic traveller and this Triquetra, about it's all about time itself, past, present and future, and it's about listening to what you've been told, even in your dreams or your premonitions of how things are going, because this is quite psychically connected, the cosmic traveller. I'm trying to think of the card that reminds me of in the normal tarot. It's the second one, not the Empress. What's the yeah, oh god, why can't I remember it? It's weird because I haven't touched them for ages. So yes, there's a psychic connection, there's a connection to other realms, as this means as well, connection to other realms which will bring the premonitions in, whether you've had dreams or you just have hunches. Those hunches, you need to go by those hunches and think about what they mean and the symbolism of things in your dreams. So yeah, you could go fast forward, you could, because you can figure out where you stand, but I just think, yeah, okay, if you're definite about something, do it. If you're not sure, sorry, I'm not sure if that's a bit of crisp or something. If you're not sure about something, then think it through. The drowning tide is, can you see that picture? It's a pirate ship and it's on a stormy sea. And obviously drowning, the tide, we have the water and the fear of the stormy seas. I think, to me, the fast forward, you see the horses kicking up the dust, isn't it? And then you're going into the drowning tide, which is like, oh, it's the sea and the storm and bringing all the water high and the waves. I just feel like, yeah, there's drowning in both here, just like being covered in a cloud of dust. And there could be a sinking of emotional, not an outburst, but the opposite. I think just deflation. I feel there could be a deflation if you're pushing it forward fast all the time. You're gonna end up getting in a bit of a rut and a bit of conflict. Now we have the black hole, which is one of the major arcana, the same as fast forward. The thing is with black holes is, again with time, there's no past, no present, no future. It is where everything gets sucked into a black hole and becomes nothingness, or it spits out and becomes something completely new. But it's like implosion, bringing everything inward. And I feel like, where do I stand? I have to keep saying it, where do I stand? I feel that with the silent beacon down here, I think movement, physical movement forward is a positive thing, but the emotional side of things and talking, I feel with the silent beacon that you need to shut it shut it for a bit and just do your own thing and do what you're doing, but keep yourself to yourself while you're doing it. I can see people sort of trying to get interested or trying to find things out, but just keep your ideas and where you want to go to yourself at the moment. Just keep it to yourself. We've got the planet Navigator. The Navigator is replaced by one of the court cards. So the planet is the element of Earth, although he's on a foreign planet, notice, and he's the navigator. So he's looking at a map, he's in a strange place, and he's looking at this map deciding where to go. Now, you have the map, so you have what it needs. You have the things in place, you have the right mindset to do what you need to do. Because you do really know where you stand. And this is just confirmation, it just helps you. So looking at this, he's mapping it out, he's deciding where he needs to go. And he's keeping his feet firmly on the ground, so it's about being practical. It is a lot of, there is physical movement here. It's actually doing things, not talking, doing stuff. Just getting on with it and doing what you need to do, or doing what you want to do, or you feel you need to do. And just getting on with it on your own, off your own back. And that's it. You map it out, and then we come down to the Tide Guardian, which again replaces one of the court cards. There's a need to, I feel there's a need to protect, a need to nurture, and a need to connect to, it could be younger, either your children or younger siblings. I feel a need to smother them with love and protection. It's a lot of emotional protection here. Sorry, next door's banging away again, if you can hear it. Yeah, I feel there's a lot of love and emotion, and it needs to be directed to the right people, if that makes sense. It needs to be concentrated on the people that you love and care for, and the people that, I'm going to say, deserve it. I am going to say deserve it. You are totally in charge. We know that with the Cosmic Traveller. We know that you do know where you stand, really, in your own mind. You've got the ability, you've got the psychic ability to bring things forward from your subconscious and put things into action, because you know what decisions to make, really. And your feet are pretty firm on the ground. Going back to emotions, yeah, just keeping emotions in check, and keeping your voice silent, because it's not bottling it up, it's just wisdom comes from silence. Now we have the Star Master. Now the star is the fire, and the Master would replace the King. So here we have someone bang on, in charge of their own destiny. I am the Star Master, you are the Star Master. I feel you have a lot of ambition and drive, and you're carrying your own torch there and you're walking through the fire. Nothing's a problem, it's fine. Now if you're looking at material stability, we've got the sovereign planet here. So this is about money, it's about wealth and security, financial security. So you are heading in the right direction, and you know you're heading in the right direction. And we come to the silent beacon, which, like I said, silence is golden. You've got the wise owl there. Again, she's got her own lamp. This is important, this, with the light, because you're not following, you're guiding other people. Again, you've got this protectiveness that you want to help someone and smother them with protection and look after them. And this is your light. People are following you. You are the leader with the light. Now we have the butterfly effect, which is cause and effect, which we said right at the beginning with the cosmic traveller. And the thing is, with all this, past, present, future, mother, maiden, crone, in all aspects of life, the butterfly effect, what you do and how it affects others. And I know Marie will probably be saying, that's what my dad says, and it's so true. So that's the butterfly effect, and it's telling you to think about your actions and how they affect your future and others, and how, you know, your nurturing can mold someone, and being careful not to push them in the direction that you want them to be, and try not to stop giving them their own freedom, but giving them that protection. So where do you stand? Well, I think that the world is at your oyster. The whole universe is there, the cosmic traveller. You can literally go anytime, anywhen, and highly advisable to meditate. Take this card. You will have the still image of it. I will leave a still image actually after this reading of this one, so that you can concentrate on it and meditate, or go to sleep with the image in your head. See that image and see where it takes you, and become the cosmic traveller, because you can interdimensionally travel through time, space, and find out where things are going if you go this way or that way. Right, I'm going to pick, I've got a few oracle decks. This Celtic one, which are quite small. I've got my glasses on. Pile number 1, where do I stand? Heal thyself. That's nice. And I think, again, you're the one carrying the torch. You're the one in control. You are so in control of everything in every aspect. So healing yourself is a thing that you can do for yourself. I don't think that it's an outward thing. I don't think it involves drugs. I'm not a doctor, but I feel that it's a natural thing, and it's a mindset that's going to get you in the right direction and thinking positively. Now I do have some, they're not negative, but they are quite dark, because I think we do need to see both sides of things. These are the Midnight Oracle, which I probably will have to use the guidebook. But for pile number 1, where do I stand? Just the dark shadow aspect of things. The blooming decay. Now I'm going to get the book out for that. The blooming decay. Is there a number? Yeah, no, that's number 7. Sometimes numbers are significant. So, beauty can arise from endings. Embrace the cycle of life and find growth in what you thought was lost. So, reflection, what lessons can you harvest from the remnants of what has passed? So, coming back to past, present and future, this is reflecting on your past and what you have lost or what you thought you've lost. To embrace the cycle of life and find growth in what you thought you lost. So maybe in the past you've thought about everything's gone, you've lost everything, when actually you haven't. And again, looking at now and looking at the future, you've got a lot coming. You have got financial security coming. And I feel that this is going to be a personal journey going forwards. Personal because I see you have a follower. You have someone that looks up to you, who you do want to look after. It could be from your past. Again, this is all about your past, your present, your future, and how everything and everyone is interconnected with it. So the blooming decay, so that's kind of opposites, isn't it? Because blooming is blooming, growing. So blooming is obviously growing flowers, and then decay is the dying process or the after death process. But it's saying not everything has died. There are things that you can pick out, and also from the ashes, you know, when flowers drop and they die and they rot, it nurtures the earth to grow new stuff, and new plants will form. So there is regeneration there. So the next card I'm going to pick is more of a spiritual. We have sacred spirit. Card number 1. Channel your knowledge. Critical judgment, number 8. Look at the eyes, look at the, you know, this connection again to the realms, other realms, and to your own past, present and future, and everything interconnecting. Channel your knowledge. This is what we've been talking about with the cosmic traveler. There's a really powerful psychic connection to everything, everyone and everything, and I just feel like you have to process and get that information, because it's all in your head, or it's all in your mind, not physical. But this is a physical journey with the emotional side of things, or the air about talking and keeping things to yourself, and just keeping your own knowledge and not sharing so much, because people do steal ideas, and you know, just little things like that. But we just have here, there's someone that's following, who you want to nurture, who you want to protect and guide, because you are the guardian, but sorry, you are the master. Now, so I hope you have figured out where you stand, because I think you are in charge of your own destiny, and you're not the victim. You are the star master, and you will find your way. You already have found your way. You just got to dig it out from the depths of your mind. You know where you're going, and you're going to be all the way moving towards financial security, emotional security, and good luck with your quest. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Not sure if that light's a bit too light. You picked the lighthouse beacon and the triple moon goddess. Now, I don't know if you've listened to pile 1 or you have no interest in pile 1 and you've gone straight to pile 2. But pile 1 was a lot about cycles of life as well, past, present and future. And the triple goddess is about the cycle of life, which again is connected to the first rune that we had, which was the Triquetra, which is the mother, the maiden, the crone. It's birth, it's life and death. So it is a feminine one, and it is about the phases in a woman's life, and if you are a man that's picked it, then it's finding the feminine attributes. And it's asking, where are you at? Which is actually like a question, where do I stand, or where do you stand? And it also, I get, now because it's mother, maiden, crone, act your age. I know that sounds silly thing to say. Act your age, but act accordingly. Sorry, next door is banging away because he's a mechanic. Act accordingly. I feel that the centre, these are about time, these cards, because they are cosmic traveller through time and space. And the cycles of life is about looking at all aspects of your life, but right now I'm being guided towards the full moon in the middle, which is the here and now. Where do I stand? So this, where do I stand? Here and now. Now we have the lighthouse beacon. There's a horse just grazing peacefully with some flowers, and a pathway up to the lighthouse. Now what do lighthouses do? They guide you in safely. So there is someone watching over you. There is someone from your past, present, future. There is a connection. It could be a psychic connection. It could be someone that's crossed over. But you have this guiding light that I feel personally, not for all of you, but I feel a strong pull towards someone on the other side that is guiding you in the right direction, because I feel that you have gone a little bit astray and you need a bit of guidance. And there, I feel like there is a rocky road, but I don't think it's going to be hard for you, because you are going to be guided and helped through it. So where do you stand right now with just this? I'd say you're at a point where things are not, it's not an easy road, but it's not going to be hard because you've got help. You're going to be able to get through it and navigate through it because you've got the lighthouse beacon and you're going to be guided through it. I'm going to put these aside and we're going to pick some tarot, which is our new deck. I am happy to be using for the first time. I love them, look at that. Love the backs, my favourite. Me and Marie designed. Right, so let's see what, if anything falls out. Ooh, yeah, I feel like that lot. So we have the devouring tide, the false beacon, the beacon guardian, we have regeneration, we have the butterfly effect, we have the star master. That's interesting. Twin planet, lunar eclipse. That's actually the card for the third pile number 3, isn't it? The lunar eclipse. And planet guardian. So we have the devouring tide. All in all, I feel that you've had a rather traumatic experience, and you really do just feel like you're drowning in emotion. It's very emotional with the tides because it is water. But notice the lights. There are, again with the lighthouse beacon, there's these little trickle of lights that I don't think you see because you're just looking at the worst. I do feel with the false beacon that you've been led up the garden path. You've just been led up the wrong path and you need to be redirected. But again, because you pick the lighthouse beacon, you are going to be guided. I feel like you haven't got a lot of courage, you haven't got a lot of self-esteem, and you don't think highly of yourself, which is it needs to change. That definitely needs to change. With the twin planet, I feel like there's two sides to the coin. There's two sides of you, but as this is the planet, it's grounding. And although I feel that there's two sides to you, you know, the one that can make decisions and the one that can't, but almost like different personalities. But because it's the planets, I feel that there could be two paths. But at the moment, you just feel like you're on the wrong path. And it's not, it's just that the path is a rocky path. And you're going to get past all the rocks and then you're going to see the clearing. But there are, just beware that there are some false people out there that don't want the best for you, and that you think they're the shining light. You know, we do have the lighthouse beacon, but there's another person or more than one person that's the false beacon, and it could be guiding you in the wrong direction at the moment, or has been. Remember, we're always talking about past, present and future with this. Yeah, and I think you need to focus on the present, on now, and let go of any past worries and just concentrate on what's happening right now. So we have the Beacon Guardian, which is one of the court cards. And the beacons are about air, speech, talking, communication. So again, we have the Guardian, and I feel like, because I feel that there is lack of self-confidence and courage, I feel that your guide, your lighthouse beacon here, your beacon guardian, look at the light again, that you will be shown the right light. But you have to come out of this emotional, oh no, everything's happened to me and it is devouring and oh, I can't cope, I'm drowning. Just stop and think, take a breath and look at the people around you, because you need to see, where do you stand? You need to see you've got these paths or a path, and someone's trying to push you to make it harder or to go off the path, and someone's trying to help you. And so you need to be straight thinking. You need to sit down and think about which one. And you've got regeneration and butterfly effect. That I feel like I want to put those together, because butterfly effect came up in the first one as well. It's about cause and effect, and it's about things in the past that have happened and how they affect the future, and things that you do right now affect your future, and things that have happened in the past have affected you now in the present. And I feel that you need to let go of stuff. There's a lot of hidden emotional layers here, and I think things need to surface for this regeneration, and looking at past and how it's affecting you at present, to really think about things logically, to think Like, this person's done this and that, can I trust them? Well, you know, I don't think so. You need to see beyond the veil, and the right one will surface, and you have regeneration, which she's standing on top of the building here, you know, like conducting the electricity. She's like, way, I can do anything now. What I would like to say is, with the butterfly effect, remember when you're doing things is that it doesn't hurt others, whatever you do. So then we come down to the Star Master. Where do you stand? Well, eventually you will be, as this came out quite early in pile 1, you will be the light carrier. You will be that lighthouse beacon. And I think you need to go inward. And again, these two cards came out side by side. Now I randomly picked them, but the two lights again are significant, because you are carrying the lights here from the beginning, right now, at the present, and in the past. You've needed guidance, but with this regeneration, and I'm getting January, I just got January for that, is like it flips. You become more confident and you're seeing things more clearly, and then you will see your two paths very clearly. And we do have a lunar eclipse. Oh no, well, I'm not sure what eclipse it is, but we have a full eclipse on I think it's August the 12th. This is 2026. Now there could be significant, I'm not sure if it's a lunar or solar, but this is always a big change, because once it's a big event that doesn't happen very often. And then things, you will start to move away from the people that don't care about you. You will start to move away from the false people. And this, I feel, that is the ebbing tide. It's withdrawing back and just dropping the people and losing contact with them, and just not entertaining them anymore. With the ebbing tide, I feel that after that, just your emotions, you just feel this blockage is lifted, and you won't feel like you're being devoured anymore. This is quite a big change here, but yeah, I was getting January here. Yeah, I feel there's like two sides to your personality as well, that one side pulls you like, oh, what if this, and then the other side, it wants to, and I feel like something's always pulling you back. So you need to find your confidence, which you will in January. You just need a bit of guidance from the right person or people, which you will figure out. You will, by basing things that people have done in the past. So the last one we have is a planet guardian, and this is really nice. It's about planet which is being grounded, and the guardian is being motherly, nurturing, and just loving the earth and enjoying where you're at, and being able to take a breath and just enjoy the present, knowing that you're not worrying about the future. Like, you're asking this question now, where do I stand? Because you're unsure. You've come here because you are unsure. But this will change, so don't worry. And you will be confident. You will have the courage to do what you want to do and make changes. Now, I'm going to pick one of these Celtic ones of the Oracle for pile number 2. Blessed Sight. You know, I think things will surface and you will see things a lot more clearly with the help of another. I do feel like that, yeah, the guiding light, you really know which is the pure loving light and which one is the deceiver. And it's just, look, guiding through the lavender there. and the sweet smells. And lavender is calming. Actually, go and get some lavender. I've been burning some lavender. You can't see it because it's at the back, but yeah, there's a pull towards lavender. I'm being told, go and get some lavender. Put it under your pillow if you can. Yeah, just get some lavender incense or something. That smell of lavender will also guide you in the right direction. Now, because I think we all have a shadow side, I'm going to use these shadow cards. Pile number 2, where do I stand? The Abyssal Beast. I'm going to read this from the book because they are complicated cards. Confrontation with primal fears, unrelenting challenges and immense power. So this is what I've been talking about. The Abyssal Beast is how your fears and how you cope with things, your coping mechanism with the devouring tide, like everything's coming on top of you, and it's just your emotional state that you're in, and you need to change that and be more practical and more grounded. This card calls you to face the storms within and rise above them with unyielding strength. Now, how do you channel your inner strength? Ask yourself this. So when you're faced with overwhelming tides, that's funny, devouring tides, so that, you know, that makes sense. How do you channel your inner strength? You have to ask yourself these questions, like you're asking me, or you're asking the cards. Where do I stand? So maybe stop asking the questions and start figuring them out. How you can channel your inner strength when you're faced with all this. And it's about controlling your emotions. And I just get the need for thinking logically and looking for guidance, looking for this guiding person. Right, the last one I'm going to pick is from this more spiritual deck, the Sacred Spirit. The pile number 2. Astral travel, that's interesting. Now it says caution needed. I'm going to look at the book on this one. Astral travel. So astral travel can be described as a willful out-of-body experience, allowing a person to observe their physical surroundings. Right now you're being asked to keep your spiritual radio tuned to listen for unwanted interference. Observe your surroundings and be aware of manipulation by others through psychic energy, speech and planned social meetings. Caution is required in all areas of communication. Keep sensitive information confidential. Now that makes sense as well. So it's being cautious, looking at this false beacon and really thinking about opening your eyes, being practical, proper practical about things, you know. Write a bloody list of the people that are trying to tell you to do this or do that, or this is good for you, this way is good for you. Are they really? And look at how they've acted in the past and use this as a guide yourself to how you think are they really for your benefit? Do they really care about you, or are they after something else? So where do you stand right now? You need to find this guiding light and find the right one. You've got these 2 paths, or you've got this easy way or the hard way. But the hard way is deceiving, because it shouldn't be that hard. There will be help to get you over obstacles, but I think someone somewhere is trying to cause it more than help. Now I hope that's helped you in some way. and I hope you get a feel for now of where you do stand and what you need to do to get out of this with this devouring tide and all these things piling on top of you, and come out on top, because you will here, you will have peace, you will enjoy life, and you will have a complete change, I think, with the lunar eclipse. And this is also about things surfacing. The truth will come out. When people are liars, eventually things surface, and then the truth is found out about them. And it might take a bit of time, and I think January was in my head with the regeneration. There'll be a time there, and it's a significant time. But then you've still got steps. There's a quiet time. There's a time where you will take charge of your life, and then you will decide. At the end of the day, it's your decision. You will decide which way you're going to go, and you will choose it for the better, and you will start with the ebbing tide, letting people go that no longer serve you. So I hope you enjoyed that pile number 2. Feel free to go and listen to 1 or 3, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and you picked lunar eclipse and waves, which is also water, but it is a more turbulent side to water, and water has to do with emotions. And the lunar eclipse, I feel there's a big change coming, but I do feel it's an emotional explosion, an emotional flip of how you see things. I see truths surfacing, but at the moment I do see turbulent times with the waves, and working to calm the waves and make things calmer. And also with the lunar eclipse, obviously the moon affects the tides and the oceans, so this can cause issues. It also, this one means it could be a long trip ahead. That could be a spiritual journey, emotional or physical. Let's see where it goes. At the moment, I'm pulling on emotions. I'm not. The moon itself is a feminine thing. The moon, and because it affects women's cycles, and it's about cycles. But the eclipse itself is a big event. And it's a not very often event, and it's like an event in our lives that does flip, because it goes from one complete, it's sort of like light to dark and back to light. And with the moon itself, the card, the moon, it's about things surfacing. I feel like just with all this turbulence, I think everything's sort of, it's going to explode. It's like it's bottling, and then kapow! This emotional explosion. Let's see where this is going. This is interesting. Where do you stand? I always say that. Where do I stand? But that's you. Where do you stand? Pile number 3. I feel a need for order. Oh, we have a cosmic traveller. That's a good one to end on, home in Beacon. So, where do I stand? Where do you stand? At the moment, I feel you're very fragile. I feel that things are bottling up, or you have been in the past, and it's just leading up to this big explosion with the lunar eclipse. and emotions are going to go kapow, and you're going to speak your mind and speak the truth, and the truth will come out, vice versa. You will hear truths. And I think that there's been a lot of, I feel that there's been deceit and lies or things buried, and when the truth comes out, it is going to really break your heart, because you've got the fractured beacon, but you know, the shattered glass with the light's still on, which is good, and you know, the glass, it can be repaired. It's not the end of the world. And with the lunar eclipse, things have to surface for you to move on and to grow. Things have to explode. And because this truth has to come out, either way, both ways. And you know, how you feel about things, and what's happened that you don't know about, that you're going to hear about, and it might not be pleasant. But you need to know. You need to know the truth, and you need to know where you stand. And this will happen very, very soon. Very, very soon. You know, within the next week or two. With the Tide Guardian, I feel a need to protect your emotions. It's like you think by not letting them out, you're protecting yourself, but you're not actually. You do need to air and talk and say what you think, and not bottle things up, because you know, with these waves, they can overwhelm you. And I feel like you wanting to protect someone else in this process as well. There's another person that could be a child, or you know, a sibling, someone that you could be protecting because of this. Maybe there's secrets, and when they come out, they're going to hurt someone. But I think really the hurt is you, and this needs to come out just to clear the air, and it will make you feel so much better. But I just feel that it's going to be an explosion. With the igniting star, I feel that there's, after this, you know, after this turbulence, there's going to be the light at the end of the tunnel, the hope, because the igniting star, to me, it's like the ace. It's like a beginning. He's lighting the fire, and he's going to go to bed, and he's going to dream sweet dreams and have wonderful dreams of a wonderful future, thinking of all the things that are possible now because you've moved on. And with the star navigator, you're just looking up to the sky in wonder at the possibilities. And with all the stars, there are so much possibilities. Where do you stand? Things are going to change here within the next couple of weeks. You're just going to see things differently, have a different perspective on things because of the eclipse. But this does need to happen, and this does need to blow out for you to see the truth, hear the truths, and then be able to navigate yourself where you're going to go next. And this is the star navigator here, just looking positively to the future. And look at that edge of the universe. Wow, that is just like infinite possibilities there. Just having the courage to step over the edge into the unknown, because that's what it is. And it's an alternate reality. When you look at the edge of the universe, it changes perspective, and I feel like your perspective is really going to change. We've got Time Machine down here, which is the Merkaba, and I want to put it together with the Wandering Star, because I feel that from here you are going to be this wandering star. You're going to maybe get up and leave, or you're just going to go traveling. I feel that with the time machine, I feel you could be going back to past places that made you feel good. I think about what's going through my head is like all the things that you cherished, and all the things in the past, present, future we're talking about here. So any time in space, time and space that made you feel good is revisiting those places to get that confirmation and to mend this fractured beacon, and the way that you speak being more confidently. And you've got colonized planet. I feel like you've been shut away, and then you're going to come into more community, more social here, maybe a new job. It's a change of scenery, but I don't feel there's a settling. I feel that with the wandering star, there's moving through time and space, just moving through with the cosmic traveller, trying different things, you know, treading on new ground and trying new things. Oh yeah, that's good, and having the confidence to do it. And oh, maybe no, I'm not sure, I'll try something else, or I'll try somewhere else. Yeah, so there's that, and that confidence is moving through here. And wow, then you become the tide master, so you're in charge of your emotions. You're able to guide yourself without flaring up, or all this inner worry. It's gone. It's gone. So where you stand here, things are going to change. At the moment, I feel that this needs to come out, and when it does, then where you stand then is different. You will feel totally different about things, and look more positively towards the future. And the Tide Master is just being in charge, being the master of your own destiny. And it's a lot, like I said, about emotions with the tides. So in all aspects, apart from, I do feel this wandering, I do feel this exploring, the need to explore. I feel like maybe you've been shut away a bit, and you're here now looking to the stars. You're looking to expand, look at the edge of the universe. You're just looking to expand your small world of what you thought was what it was, but it isn't. And you'll see that, yeah, it wasn't. And you've got the homing beacon, coming home. Maybe you've been away from home and you are coming home, or maybe it's just a direction where you feel like you're now at home and at peace. And that's a really nice card to end on. I'm going to pick some, I'll pick one of these, pile number 3. Where do you stand? Heart healing. I do feel that with emotions, I feel that your heart needs healing. And again, it all has to come out, and then things will blossom. And as we have a shadow aspect of ourselves, I'm going to pick one of these. The Mask of Truth. Well, there you go. The Mask of Truth. Are you seeing the truth? Really? Are you making yourself blind to the truth? You know where you're hiding your emotions, you think it protects you, but it also hides your essence. And you need to reveal your true self, because you're not being your true self. But what truths are you avoiding, and how can embracing them set you free? I do think you need to take a deep look at yourself with your emotions. You just feel inwardly, and I think it's time you came out. Look, that looks like a third eye, but it's dark. As if it's open, but it's not. And I think that's being blind to yourself and not being truthful to yourself. And the last card is meditation. Improvements require persistence. Right, I'm not sure about that one, so I'm going to look it up in the book. Number 27. Meditation. Physiological, if I said that right, and psychological change is taking place. Use meditation to assist in healing, health and well-being goals, specifically to set intentions, aid physical recovery and influence mind mantras. Importantly, now is the time to focus on your personal health and well-being. And if you're into crystals, it says to use fluorite. And there is a saying, my mind creates a reflection of my physical world. I am at peace. And that, I think, says it all about your turbulent emotions here. You know, it creates how you are in your mind, all this bottling up and worry and stress. It then relays back to your physical health and your physical being and affecting your physical future. So this is something that you really need to address. So this is your guidance, and where you stand now, like I said, needs to change. We know that, and it will, because you will see this change taking place. I'm getting January again. It seems January, February, March. It's going to be over a few months, but I see you looking up to the stars and then moving away from this emotional situation and maybe physically travelling. There could be a change of job. It's a definite change of scenery to a more social place. And I feel just, yeah, you've been very inward, and I feel like it's time now to come out and address things out in the open. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, and feel free to go and see numbers 1 and 2, and hope to see you soon.